Welcome back to a Master and Apprentice podcast. Today we're doing an update video. We got a guest today, our first ever guest, Schnozguy. Say hello to the fans, Schnoz. Nice. He's not doing a face reveal because what mark are you waiting to get to before you do that?
10 million.
Okay. So he's waiting until 10 million.
Yeah.
Okay, so backstory for him. His nickname, he picked Schnoz because he has the biggest nose around. And turns out he's not even, I don't know.
I thought you were going to say it's because he's got the biggest cock around. I was like, that doesn't really...
that doesn't make sense.
He's going strong at 10 million with, I think, 6 subs right now. So,
Yep.
If you're watching this, go hit that subscribe button to Schnozguy. Anyways, we're going to get right into it. We haven't made an update video in probably 2 or 3 weeks, so it's going to be a little bit longer today. I'm going to try to go from the most recent to the oldest. So, okay. So, yeah. So, Kenobi's coming out, so there's going to be a lot of Kenobi rumors. So, if you don't want Kenobi ruined for you at all, I'm not going to even try to sugarcoat it. Just leave. It's going to have a lot of rumors, and a lot of these are leaks. I'm not going to tell you which ones are leaks because that ruins the surprise for everyone else. But, so yeah. I think the most recent one and big one is that Darth Maul was supposed to be in Kenobi. I don't remember if we had put it out there, but about a year or maybe even 2 years ago, Kenobi pretty much got rewrit, right? So at first, Kenobi was supposed to be a movie trilogy, actually. And it's not like 100% out there, but like Ewan McGregor kind of said like it used to be a movie and it was maybe going to be a trilogy. So once they were like, not a trilogy. So they changed it from a trilogy. They wrote it, and Darth Maul was supposed to be like the main villain. And then Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni came in and said, let's bring Hayden Christensen back. Let's get Darth Vader in there. So Darth Maul kind of got the boot, and then rewrote the whole story pretty much. So I want to know what you guys think about that.
I mean, I got to be honest. Darth Maul, I mean, he's a sick character. I think I shouldn't say enough of him. I don't know. If you go lore-wise, and I think minutes in the episodes in the movies and all that, I think we got more time with Maul than we did with Vader. And I'm just wanting to see some insane Vader action. I mean, that's if you don't consider Anakin. I think we got like a ton in the Clone Wars. And if you do, great. But I mean, I think that we got more than enough story arc for Maul. I mean, there's enough to add there if you really wanted to. But I mean, I feel satisfied with the amount of Maul we have. And when I saw that fan art that Darth Vader is going to be in this, I mean, I was kind of pumped up to just see Darth Vader walk through a hall and just murder everyone by looking at him. I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I mean, I fangirl over Darth Vader any day.
I'll let you go first.
I mean, Maul is pretty cool. I thought it was weird when they brought him back at first in Clone Wars, I think, in the animated series, because I thought he was dead, and now he has robot legs.
Yeah.
So I'm not looking forward to him really returning because I don't like him with robot legs. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah, well, he's not returning anymore, but that he was supposed to. And if you guys didn't know, George Lucas he actually had a couple sequel ideas in mind, but the one that was most likely going to happen was the return of Maul. So it wasn't like this is Disney's idea. Maul was supposed to be a big character, regardless, like even in George Lucas's vision. So
yeah, I mean, I honestly think he was a big character. I mean, whenever we what am I thinking of? Han Solo movie, and then at the end, Maul was in there. I mean, that was after a good bit of Clone Wars had passed, and I mean that was just beautiful. Even though not all the lore for Maul had been set out yet, and I mean, I think that we could add more for Maul, but personally, I'm just thirsty for some Darth Vader action because I mean, all you got is the movies. They aren't bad at all, but
yeah,
I want some more.
I definitely prefer the Vader switch. I mean, I like Maul, and we're probably gonna get Maul because everyone loves Maul, but
Yeah.
the Vader switch is good in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this would not make sense um, for Obi-Wan, but I mean, I'm looking forward to if ever we get a Ventress, we get more on her.
She
I mean,
does.
we got like the book that I'm reading right now, The Master and Apprentice. We got that puppy, and then we got a little bit of Clone Wars, but she wasn't insanely into.
Okay, Afton, I have to do that. Actually, I can't. Ugh, I can't because I don't want to spoil for our viewers. Dang it.
Spoil it.
Just don't have high hopes for Ventress. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, my bad.
just gonna say, don't have high hopes for that. So I think not that long ago we had a confirmation of season 2 for Andor, right? Which is pretty good. I think this is amazing. There was a confirmation of a Jedi appearance in Andor, which is pretty cool because it's during that period where there's not a lot of Jedi. It's like kind of during the same period of Kenobi, a little bit after, but there's not a lot of Jedi. All the Jedis are on the hunt. Confirmation of the Jedi is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Ewan McGregor is supposed to return again in the Andor series, and it's a highly not. I wouldn't say true, but it's pretty close to being true rumor. So I thought that was pretty interesting, considering no one. I think everyone's kind of sleeping on Andor because it's a character. It's not like a legacy character. It's not like Boba. It's not like Vader or Obi-Wan. It's not a legacy character. It's kind of a newer character. But second season already confirmed. Obi-Wan appearance. I think there's a really big drops of news for that series.
Yeah, second series of Andor. I mean, I don't know. I don't know really. You pretty much said it all right there.
Yeah. I don't. Do you know who Andor is?
He's in Rogue One apparently. I
Yes.
just searched it. I didn't even know that this was made into a series.
It kind of came out I think 2 years ago they talked about this coming out, and so yeah, we're getting a series, and we just got not that long ago a confirmation of season 2, and now a confirmation of Obi-Wan appearance. So
Don't really remember him in the movie at all.
he's like the main character, second main character, the guy.
He's not the woman, but other than that, yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't
Yeah, I
matter.
remember the woman. I don't remember the dude at all.
That's fine. So have you guys ever heard of Heir to the Empire?
Say that again. The last.
Heir to the Empire.
I mean, not in Star Wars context.
Okay,
Sounds like
so
But
sounds like that's a good start. So I haven't read these books, so if any of you really loyal Star Wars fans who go deep into Legends, don't crucify me. Heir to the Empire was a book series. It's Legends now. It was a book series, and it sounds just like it was. It's the Heir to the Empire, so it's kind of like the sequels. It was the books that made into the sequels, right? Or it was the sequels made into books more rather than less. And obviously they're Legends now because we actually have the sequels. But Thrawn came from that series. He was Legends, and then he was brought back into Rebels, so they revamped him. But we've been getting Mandalorian, right? We've been getting Boba Fett. We're getting an Ahsoka show, and we're possibly getting a Bo-Katan, all taking place during this kind of Heir to the Empire time. So the rumor is, next year. I don't know if I told anyone. I keep forgetting who I tell or if I stay on stream or not. We are getting a movie every other year starting next year, which is awesome. The rumor for next year is either 2 different movies, either being the Heir to the Empire movie. I don't think it's going to be that because it's too soon. And the reason I think it's too soon is because the Heir to the Empire movie is supposed to be a combination of all these characters from all these shows. So like Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Bo-Katan, Ahsoka, Luke, all these characters are supposed to be in this because it's the Heir to the Empire, right? It's supposed to be the First Order taking over. They're the Heir to the Empire. So, but we didn't even have half of those shows yet. Like Bo-Katan's not even close to coming out. Ahsoka's not supposed to come out until next year. So I don't think that's going to come out for another 3 years. the other movie supposed to come out is Rogue Squadron. Is supposed to be another book reamped into a movie.
Yeah.
But I thought that was interesting. Just like imagine us getting all of these movies like Boba Fett, Fennec Shand, Mandalorian and Grogu. Obviously, we have to get Luke because he was even freaking Boba Fett. Like he's a very important character.
Yeah.
Ahsoka, where she's getting her own show. Bo-Katan. Like imagine us getting a movie with all of these characters, pretty much throughout everything we love of Star Wars. Right? The prequel, we're getting Ahsoka. We're getting Bo-Katan from Clone Wars. Ahsoka, obviously, we're getting Luke from the original trilogy, Boba Fett from the original trilogy, new stuff with Mandalorian. Like, if they make this an actual movie, I don't know. I'm really hyped about that idea. What do you guys think about that?
I'm excited over Ahsoka.
For the series or for that movie in her?
Either, I guess. I got into Ahsoka after reading the Ahsoka book, so I was like, wow, she's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, what do you think of doing movies on that?
What?
What do you think of doing movies on that show?
On Ahsoka?
Movies, not necessarily on Ahsoka. Like, say they made a Mandalorian movie instead of making season 3.
Well, I mean, the problem with that, first off, for me, is that I haven't really watched The Mandalorian because I'm not rich and don't have Disney Plus, so I don't know where the story ends off.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no,
I was going to listen to your opinion. I wasn't going to listen to your opinion. I was just going to ask for your opinion. Then I was going to say you're wrong. And then I was going to say that I think that The Mandalorian Season 2 is an example of a show being executed well. I mean, had slow parts, but the benefit of making it a TV show as opposed to a movie is you get more time to tell the story. And the Mandalorian Season 1, in my opinion, they dragged it out a bit too much. That's like having a long book with not enough action, in my opinion. I mean, no, it was similar to the way I described the Ahsoka book. They dragged it out a little bit too much in the beginning. It was really good because they went into detail on a lot of things, but not all of them were very necessary. And then they rushed a little bit of the action. Not all the action for Mandalorian. They did for the Ahsoka book. I just hope that when they make these movies, they don't try and cram an entire season or 2 seasons of TV shows that they have writing into one movie. Because many, many different things, not even just Star Wars related. If anyone here has seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, we don't talk about the movie for a reason. They tried to fit an entire season of a TV show into one movie. And the acting was not bad in my personal opinion. Some people don't like it, but it just too much into too little. And I hope that's not what this is. And it doesn't seem like it is, because if they're planning a movie every other year, then they'll probably have specific plans for each and everything, and they'll probably do it well. I just hope that it's executed well, because I mean, if I get Star Wars content in TV shows, if I get it in movies, if I get it in a freaking essay, I don't care as long as it's good, in my opinion. I think movies are more fun because it's just, hey, you've been pumped up to see this. You get trailers slowly, and it's just one big event right there. As opposed to a TV show, it spans over like 2 months, just slowing the hype a little bit. I love the idea of movies, honestly.
I like the series because you get, it's technically a little bit longer than a movie, so you get more dialogue with the character and you get more arc. A lot of the time when a movie sucks, people's main complaint is, where's the character arc? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
For instance, what was my biggest problem with the sequels was, where the hell was the training and the character arc with Rey? She goes from being this nobody to this big somebody, right? Like, where's that character arc? You get that in a show, in a series, because they have more time to build upon it.
Exactly.
So I do like a movie because it usually has way more action. It's way more compact. So you get all the action thrown in there. So I do like it for that. That's why I think it's a brilliant idea to build all of these characters, have their own separate missions, and then build it to a movie and have a super compact and action-filled movie. I think it's brilliant. That's what I was saying. I think it's awesome.
Well, yeah. One of the reasons that Rey's character arc, and I'm using air quotes, but you can't see that. One of the reasons why her character arc sucks so much more is that they did that with Luke, where they gave him a character arc in the span of 3 movies. Whereas with Rey, boom, she has Jedi powers now without much training.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
we
and
we
like,
s- we see Luke struggle through all 3 movies. We see Anakin struggle through all 3 movies. Like, we see it
We see Cal struggle through one video game.
exactly. That game was awesome. I just finished it, by the way.
Yeah.
We haven't
and,
finished it on the channel yet, but it's coming, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's coming.
and I think like even Finn, they could have made that character much more in depth. Like
He had a better character arc, but they didn't give him really good. Like,
yeah,
he just
The
screams
one thing
Ray at
that-
the end of each movie. Like, that's it.
yeah. The one thing that bothered me about him the most was the fact that he picked up a lightsaber and went hand to hand with Kylo Ren for a hot minute and didn't die.
Everyone hates that, and I completely agree. I mean, I get having adrenaline, but like Kylo Ren is
Kylo Ren just
Ren.
straight up froze
A
froze
blaster.
Rey. Just froze Rey. Like
He-
after she had powers too. Not she this is not before her training. Why doesn't he do the same thing with Finn, who doesn't have Jedi ability?
Yeah, for real.
Anyway, sorry. I like to complain about the sequels because it's easy to. Anyway, next topic.
All right. All right. These are a little bit older, but I gotta get them out of the way. So that Eclipse trailer, the game, we did a reaction on our channel. So if you want to watch it, go watch it. That was really never a trailer. That was, I mean, it was a trailer, but it's not a true trailer. You know what I mean? Because that got delayed till 2027.
Yeah.
Oh
my gosh.
If we look at the date today, it's 2022. That's in 5 years. So we're just gonna drop it at that and pretty much not talk for the next 3 years because it's never coming out.
Why would we talk about something that we're not even gonna remotely see? Like,
Exactly.
I mean, this isn't long-term Star Wars planning here. We aren't trying to guess what they're gonna do 5 years out. And I mean, maybe that's the right decision. We'll see when it is.
I hope it is.
Yeah, I hope it is.
The talk is that Star Wars is gonna shut it down, and so they're like, because they didn't really have anything going on for it. They were like, yeah, we'll make a game, and they didn't want to get shut down because they didn't really have anything going on. They're like, all right, make a really awesome trailer, get all of this hype built up, and then Disney can't shut it down because everyone wants it. And that's essentially what happened. But they didn't have anybody. They don't even have anybody on the designing team yet. Like, they're trying to get designers for the freaking game. I'm like, how do you make a trailer without even having designers? Anyways, I don't want to talk about that much because it's not really relevant. Oh yeah, there are leaks of the First Order being in Mandalorian season 3. So people leaked pictures of the Mandalorian, or not the Mandalorian, but like characters from the Mandalorian on set with, you know, those red guards in the sequels,
Yep.
the ones that fight Rey and Ben, like that end of the 8th movie.
I pretend to, yeah.
There's shots of them with some Mandalorian characters on set. So a lot of people I feel like are going to hate this, but I like to see this. I want to see like if they fix some stuff from the sequels, it makes it less easy to hate on them. So giving the First Order actual story, we got the story of the Empire through the prequels, you know what I mean? So getting the story through the First Order through shows, I like.
Yeah.
I've already heard a couple podcasts, a couple videos of people saying where like some people are like, I'm not against it as long as they don't suck. Some people are like, I hate it. Sequels suck. Why would you even do it? What did you guys think about that?
You first.
I would be happy with it so long as they explain where the First Order like where they were hiding. Because that was one of the things I hated about the originals was that in the episode 5,
Right.
all of a sudden they have. Sorry, did I say sequels? I meant the originals. In episode 5, all of a sudden they have another Death Star,
Oh, yeah.
and it's
The
where
first
does it come from? That costs so much money to make.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
The first
I agree.
Death Star was like, we get a lot of backstory on the first Death Star in the first. Like, even we see the Death Star in the second movie. You know what I mean? We see it a bunch in the books. Like, it gets a bunch of story, and then the second.
And then they
Death
make
Star,
another movie, Rogue
out of
One, about
nowhere.
it.
Yeah,
Like a ton of arc, and then this one comes out of nowhere, and then the sequel. Yeah,
I agree.
I like that a lot. I would love for them to explain a little bit about that. And then speaking of hiding, I don't know if we're acknowledging episode 9, but I would love to understand a bit more of that. But anyway.
So yeah, there's that. This is a very big rumor. I don't know how this is a leak, but a very big leak came out that Kenobi is supposed to start during Order 66 at the Jedi Temple, where Obi-Wan Kenobi runs in and finds, clones, or he finds I don't know. Kenobi finds something where he sees clones killing Jedis, and we get put into this spot. And I'm gonna talk about this afterwards, theory-wise. I'm getting an echo. Does anyone have an echo?
I'm not
I was
hearing
getting
it.
a bit of an echo, but I'm not now.
Okay, it's gone. Where these clones are they kill these two Padawans masters who sacrifice themselves to protect the Padawans. First of all, that's badass. I mean, sorry for my language, but that's just awesome. Who doesn't love a good Order 66 scene? But I love seeing some more Jedi kick some clone booty. And then my theory is, last update video, Athen brought out that there's this new Jedi supposed to be featured in Kenobi, and that was true. That wasn't a rumor anymore. That's confirmed. My thought on it is like one of those two Padawans is probably one of those Jedi that we see throughout Kenobi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought that was a cool. I mean, I hope it they didn't give too much detail, so it doesn't really ruin anything. It doesn't spoil too much. It just that's a pretty good opening scene. You know what I mean?
Opening to Order 66. Opening right where the sequels left off, kind of. Like, not completely, but the sequels, the prequels.
Prequels, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I mean, I like that idea a lot. Confuses me a bit. Not really, actually. Now that I, use more than 2 brain cells to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good place to start. And then, I mean, I don't want them to ruin it, because if I remember correctly from episode 3, what happened was Obi-Wan went to the temple, set up that transmitter device, and then went to confront Anakin. Is that the right order?
Yes, he wasn't there during Order 66.
Yeah. Yeah. During Order 66, he was on Geonosis, if I remember. Not Geonosis.
Utapau.
Utapau, sorry. He was on, yeah, because that's where all the separatists were. He was on there, and then he went to the temple, and then he went to Anakin. I don't want it to seem like there's a ton of things. I would like maybe they have a scene with the Jedi Masters defending them and hiding them properly, and then the clones clearing the building, and then maybe Obi-Wan comes back. Or maybe Obi-Wan finds them, puts them on a transport, and then goes to confront Anakin. I mean, obviously, they're going to look into this a little bit, but
it's bold. I'll say that. It's a bold opening, way to start the series, but I think it's good in a good way.
Yeah. I'd agree.
So we did have at the beginning of the year, we had a couple shows that we were thought to come out this year. Obviously Boba Fett, we already got that. Kenobi, we already knew that was coming out this year. And there was a couple other ones that were in the air. Mandalorian season 3 and Bad Batch season 2. We didn't know if we're gonna get both or one. Oh, and Andor. We're getting Andor this year too. But Bad Batch season 2, when it was, I don't remember where it was, but it said it was supposed to come out this spring of 2022. Well, spring is here and it's not out. So people are like, what's wrong with that? Like, why is it not? It's almost spring. It's not here. And so now instead of saying spring of 2022, it says coming to you soon. So what does that mean? Are we getting this at the end of this year, or are we not getting it to another 2 years, or are we going to get another Eclipse 2026? You know what I mean? Like, what do you guys think?
I don't know if any of y'all played Fortnite, where it said the Save the World would be free 2018. Then they said it'd be free soon.
It's still not free.
And it's still not free 4 years later, 5 years later. So just keep that in mind. That's a possibility.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't want them to rush anything, but I want to get a good stream of content going,
I think everyone does. Like, look at Marvel. Look at all the other branches of Disney. Star Wars deserves a little bit of a good income of content.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, we did just get Boba Fett, so I can't really complain too much, but give me something else. I'm impatient. I'm Gen Z.
I think they're gonna do it this year because they're gonna put out a bunch of non-animated stuff. I don't think they're not they pretty much they've been putting out at least one animated thing per year, right?
Yeah.
So last year was the
Season 7?
No, last year was Bad Batch, but the year before was season 7. You know what I mean? So like, since they've been putting out content, they've been putting out animated stuff. Before it was the other weird show, is the Rebel show. I can't think of the name of it, but they've usually put out at least one animated. So I don't think it's not going to come out. It's a little disappointing we're not getting it this spring because Kenobi doesn't come out until May, but who cares? I think we're good at probably end of summer. I think Andor should come out summer because it says it should be coming out at the end of the first wave, and the end of the first wave is summer.
Yeah.
So I think Bad Batch will probably come out end of the year.
And I honestly think that's a good stream of content if this doesn't come out until later. Because what is that? This is coming out. This next thing's coming out April. If this doesn't
What?
come out soon,
What
right?
is Kenobi?
Kenobi's Kenobi's
May
coming out
25th.
May 25th.
Yeah.
It's a little bit long, but I don't really have any complaints there because Boba Fett finished up in February, right?
Yeah,
February,
that's only like 2 or 3 months. And I just popped in my head. We actually probably could not get it this year because consecutively, like every time Mandalorians come out, it's come out at the end of the year. So if we get Andor at the end of the summer, then that really only leaves the end of the year for Mandalorian. So I could see it not coming out this year too.
Yeah, they could be using it for next year. I don't know.
They
We
might.
haven't got a ton of content for not been a ton of consistent content until like the sequels started coming out, and then it's just gone up from there. I mean, sequels, and then it came up from there. And then we're getting constant content. I'm not really. I mean, I think 3 TV shows a year would be freaking awesome. I mean, I know that's kind of lame, but
I agree.
remember, but yeah.
I'm looking at my notes. 1 second. Oh shoot, yeah. So I thought this. So you guys know what the World Between Worlds is? Either of you?
I've heard of it.
Yes.
Have you seen the Rebel show, Greg? Schnoz.
Yeah.
It's where.
No.
Oh, you have. Okay, so
Wait,
you haven't
is
seen
this a Star Wars thing or is it something else? Because I've heard something else with the same name.
It's Star Wars.
thing.
Okay, then no, I have
Okay, it's technically. I don't know how to explain it. I know.
Okay. I just
I'll
Googled it
I'll
so I
just
can
Google
explain it
search.
better. The world between worlds, also known as Virgin Scatter, was a mystical plane within the Force, served as a collection of doors and pathways existing between time and space, linking all moments of time together.
Right, and so
What?
yes. So technically, so like Ezra, he was in the World Between Worlds, and he could have saved Kanan, or he could have saved Ahsoka, right? So he saved Ahsoka from dying, and he pulled her out of that time spot, and then ran with Ahsoka, right? So it's kind of like time travel in a way. Anyways, I guess the symbols from the World Between Worlds are in the logo for the Ahsoka show logo.
Oh, if nothing else, hey, shoot, I just got saved. And then she looks into it more. That would be an interesting thing.
Well, we kind of already know what her plot is because she's already said, where is Thrawn? So we kind of know she's going after Thrawn.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's not really important. It's just kind of a thought for,
Mm-hmm.
food for your thought.
Yeah.
I have never heard this before.
Yeah, it's a super confusing thing, and I prefer to not touch it because then it gets into time travel and yada yada yada.
And that's just one of the things that you put that in a TV show or a movie or a series of any sort, and then they run into a problem, and you're like, why didn't you just solve it with time travel? Like anything Marvel now, I'm going to be sitting here. This looks like a situation that'll be very easily solved with time travel, and they make an explanation for it typically, but it's just like.
No, I agree. If you stay away from it, it makes it easier.
Yeah. In my political opinion.
So I already talked to you guys about it, but there's a new book called Brotherhood coming out sometime this spring, so look out for that. That should be awesome. It's about Anakin and Obi-Wan. I think it's about between 1 and 2 when he becomes a like when Anakin's like it. The cover of it looks like Anakin from episode 2, so he's a very young. Anyways, I don't know if you guys know, but there's a book series about Padme. It's called Queen's Hope, Queen's Shadow.
By E.K. Johnston?
Yes. And there's a third one coming out this year called A Queen's Peril, I believe. Maybe it's Queen's Hope. I don't remember. There's a third one coming out this year. Anyways, the Brotherhood book and the new Padme book are supposed to be connected somehow this year. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's kind of spicy right there. Sorry.
But yeah, that's just, it's not really important. But if you care about the Padme books, I know there's a lot of people who like the Padme books. There's that.
Yeah. I think it's cool they put them together, and then you can, I mean, I don't think they're going to be touching the prequels a ton anymore. I mean, they're not going to just leave Mads be and not ever touch them again.
But they've done a lot.
What?
They've done a lot with them, though.
Yeah, they have. But I'm saying I don't think they're going to do much more with them, but I don't think they're going to just never touch them again. So, I mean, I totally kind of think that they come back and they brush little things that are seen in the books, and that's what I always love. Like, I read the Ahsoka book, and now an Ahsoka show's coming out, so I'm going to see probably some little coincidence there that you can't read, you don't understand. So I'm just getting better than everyone else now, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why you should watch our book, or watch the book, read the book, better, shut up, or even better than reading the book, watch the Master and Apprentice review of the Ahsoka book by E.K. Johnston.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
We spoil everything in like less than 30 minutes.
That's not true. Also, I do want your opinion on this. So Kenobi is supposed to come out May 25th. Everyone is expected it to come out May 4th because
Star Wars Day.
Right. But Doctor Strange was supposed to come out May 4th. Now I think it comes out the 5th. What do you guys think about that? You think they moved it forward because they think Marvel is going to do better, or because they think Kenobi's going to get, washed over, or do you think they just did it because they did it?
Why would they come out with a Marvel movie on a May 4th?
It's the new Doctor Strange movie too, so it's probably going to be big. It's not coming out May 4th anymore. I think it's May 5th or May 6th. But
they better have changed it just by one day. I don't care either direction. But why would they put that on Star Wars Day, being the same company? Anyway,
I mean that might be it. But if they do end up moving the Kenobi thing to May 4th, it might just be it would be because they would want both of those things being watched, and if you have them both on the same day, everybody's going to want to binge watch Kenobi and not go to the movie theaters, which makes them more money.
Yeah,
Kenobi's going to come out one episode at a time, right?
Yes.
Oh, well, still.
Sorry, I agree with you. I was just asking.
I think it's because they don't want everyone to worry about Doctor Strange and Kenobi just to get washed over.
Yeah, I kind of think if they released one Obi-Wan or 2 or 3 episodes and then Doctor Strange happened, everyone would be like, shoot, what's the 4th episode of Kenobi going to be like? But this gives time for Doctor Strange to come out. If you don't see a movie,
it gives it a couple weeks for it to die down too.
Yeah, it really does. And I mean, like, if you don't see the movie in like a month, you're kind of allowed to talk about it in public. And if someone spoils it for you and you haven't seen it in a month, that's like your own fault. So like that's like the good amount of time. I don't think that they're putting Doctor Strange in front because they think it's going to do better. I think they're putting it in front because it's a movie as opposed to a show.
Oh wait, you said it was originally going to come out on May 4th.
It was going
May 5th now.
No,
so it says Google says 6.
Yeah, so, Doctor Strange was supposed to come out May 4th. Now it's coming out on the 6th or the 5th.
Right. So it's probably coming out on the 6th just because that's a Friday and the 4th is a Wednesday. And more people will probably watch it on the weekend because they'll have time.
But my thing is, why was it even on the 4th? Like, they know that's a Star Wars day. Like my post right here says, Bad Batch, original series streaming May 4th.
Yeah.
Because that's Star Wars day. Why would they put Doctor Strange on that? Even if they started like that,
I don't understand why Disney, a company that owns all of them, would do that. Like, could you imagine? Hey, Finding Nemo 3 coming out May 4th. Because that's the most oddly specific date. I think that's why they moved it 2 days. That's part of the reason why they moved it 2 days.
I also agree with Greg. It probably has something to do with that. It was on Monday,
the weekend. But I mean, I think if May 4th was a Friday, they should release it on the Saturday or the next week. I mean, I don't know. Keep May 4th a Star Wars hype day.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but before we get into the Legos, I want to do this. Oh, we're getting long. Kenobi bingo. So, I've heard. I know I got this idea from Star Wars Stuff. They have a podcast and a YouTube channel, so I'm not stealing it. It's from them. But I'd like the idea. Before the show, we do a bingo card, right? And we put what we think we're going to see from it, right? So, like, I put Darth Maul in a corner, and then I'll put Inquisitor kills Jedi in another corner, and I'll put Jar Jar Binks shows up, or
Hello there.
right, like
Kenobi doesn't say hello there.
we see Kenobi say hello there, like
that's a good one right there.
right, like something like that, and it's just a fun little
Feast
game.
days.
So I wanted to do that. We're not going to do it right now because we're already getting pretty long, but we're going to do that. We're going to show it either the next stream or the next video or whatever. But I don't have anything yet, but we're probably going to do a prize at the end of it. So
yeah, winner gets a $500,000 Lego gift card.
we'll get them a Lego. Yes, we'll get them a Lego.
That's a good solution right there.
So yeah.
Trivia for you, Sammy. In the saga, by release date, what are the first words said by Obi-Wan Kenobi? By release date.
Hello there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Freaking made me horny when I watched that movie again and saw that. Sorry, viewers under 25, but
anyways, so I always do a little bit of Lego updates because I'm a Lego Star Wars fanatic. I know you don't really care too much, but you might care.
I like Lego Star Wars.
Okay, sure, but
What do you mean?
I'm just playing. All right. Anyways, so every video I talk about Republic Gunship because that's the one I've been wanting. We could not be getting it this year. There's a couple spots open, and the thought was there's a $50 spot open, there's a $100 spot open, and there was like a $530 spot open, and there was another little spot, right? The $530 set will probably be the Master Series, or not a Master Series, it'll be a UCS, right? Like those are the only ones that are that expensive. Probably a Master Series. The $100 one was thought to be the gunship, or $140, sorry, because that makes sense. Because the $50 would probably be a Kenobi one, right? And then the other little one would be something for Bad Batch or whatever, right? It was like I think it was like 40 or 60 or something like that. The reason it could not be coming out anymore is because that $50 spot, and I'll put it on screen real quick. This is called Republic Gunship. It was thought to be a fake leak because of this, right? This is 187th clone trooper. It's Mace Windu's battalion, but it's Legends, and Lego hardly ever does anything Legends, and they usually don't do Legends. It usually never starts as Legends, right? Like they'll usually make it, and then it becomes Legends afterwards, right? Like the Force Unleashed games, they weren't Legends at first, but then they became Legends, right? So the reason that we thought it was fake is because Lego doesn't usually do Legends. Like, they done it like maybe a couple of times ever, right?
Yeah.
And it was Republic gun, tank, so we didn't. It was Mace Windu with a couple clone troopers in that, and that was a $50 set. But we didn't think it was real, so we thought Kenobi would be in that. We got actual leaks from the factory of those clone troopers, so it's not fake anymore. So that means that's in that $50 spot. That leaves like Kenobi's gonna have to get a Lego set, so it has to leave him in that $140 spot, right?
Yeah.
Or we're just not getting a Kenobi set until next year.
Then I'll just kill myself. But yeah.
Or maybe that $60 set will be Kenobi, and or we won't get until next year, right?
Yeah, and we know that the Mace Windu set is the $50 one. Like that's confirmed, right?
Well, yeah, or it'll be the $60 one, right? But yeah, it's gonna be one of those two. It's not gonna be $140, right? That tank's not that big for that.
Yeah.
So that made me sad to think we probably won't get. It's still a chance. It's still a chance we don't get Andor, but we're probably gonna get an Andor set and one Kenobi set because they always do at least one the year that the show came out. So yeah, this bad boy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love this. This is good. But if it means not getting a gunship, it makes me a little bit sad.
Yeah. Because, I mean, how am I going to make a prequel army without that? That's only kind of a joke.
Yeah. So, it's depressing. My life is ruined. Russell Wilson got traded. I'm not getting a Republic gunship. time they came out.
We're big Seahawks fans, if you didn't know, and we're gonna kill ourselves now.
So just go and subscribe, man.
Yeah.
Or what's that thing where you pay somebody?
That'll make your day.
Wait, what?
Where you pay somebody, you have an account, and then people just pay for it because you're sad or something.
Not sure.
How?
It's like an online thing, and this is not important. But GoFundMe. Go pay my GoFundMe to make me not depressed. There you go. Anything else, boys?
That's about it.
Schnozguy, thanks
Go
for
to
coming
subscribe
on.
to my channel.
Yeah, also go subscribe to Schnozguy. He makes really good
He
content.
makes content.
He makes content. We'll leave it at that. He makes the content. So we'll leave it at that. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you later, Schnoz. We'll see you guys later. Go hit that like, that subscribe. If you're on podcast, follow us on any podcast platform. Bye.
Bye.